Okay, so the Ara Midwifery program is a blended learning program with students all around the upper half of the South Island. And as much as possible, we want the program to enable them to study where they live, where they also will also then become midwives, hopefully in the future, and have connections to those communities. So a lot of the theory is taught online, and they do most of their practice placements in their own areas. So we were attracted to OB3 because we saw a way that in that could, strengthen learning through that learner-to-learner connection, with students being able to post comments and discuss with each other in a much more flexible and targeted way than when you have a discussion forum that's separate from the content itself. And then as we became more familiar with using it, we were able to kind of step back and let the students do a lot more of the knowledge content creation, and that we could take more of a position as like the curators of knowledge. So pointing out the things that were important to know, maybe getting them to read a resource, but then the students putting up what they considered to be the main points of it.
That whole ability to actually talk to each other, the co-learning that goes on between the students, is something that we wouldn't have been able to do on any other platform. They've become co-designers of some of the materials that they use online, co-contributors. They're much more confident about sharing information. And that's a fabulous thing, that they can just direct students to things that they've seen or they've read. Then they engage in discussion around that. And certainly as a facilitator, I think it's changed our role considerably over that time. For me, I've been an educator so it's Rhea, but for 25 years. And, we've seen this move from sage on the stage to guide on the side. And this takes us one step further into the realm of the curator of knowledge. And so it's not about what we know anymore. It's about where we know that the students can get the information that they need to keep them informed. And it's a very different skill set that's developed as a result of that. And again, OB3 just gives itself to that role as curator really, really well.
Gloria needs to prepare an online class for Monday. She only has an hour. How can OB3 speed this process up for her? She already has some content.
A Word doc from last year's course is a good start. Transferring into OB3 is a snap. She checks everything came in correctly, clean up things along the way using OB3's editing features.
An image would be nice for the start. And there's a video and a quote to add.
A couple of PowerPoint slides have useful content. There's a diagram. And a table.
She would like to get her students involved through discussions. Finally, there's a course feedback form.
OB3, beautiful study for lifelong learning. Engage students, empower teachers.